All right, we talked in class about making or having abductors that are attached to the seat. It makes it more difficult for independent transfers, so you definitely would want to consider, but they're nice and stable for people who aren't going to be transferring independently. So here's how you're going to make one out of Triwall. First of all, you are going to measure the length of the individual's thigh, but about 2/3 of the way up from the knee. So I am measuring about 8 inches because I wouldn't want the abductor going right into someone's groin. So I have about 8 inches here, and I'm coming out to the end of the knee because if I ended it here, it would be digging into tendons. So I've got 8 inches here, 8 inches here, and about 3 inches in between. This doesn't have to be anywhere near as exact as measuring for seat depth. So I've got about 21 inches. The other measurement I need is how high my thigh is. My thigh is about, embarrassingly enough, 4.5 inches. It doesn't have to be quite that high. It just needs to come above the roundest part so it's not digging in. So it could be 21 by 4. Okay, so I'm going to cut out a piece of Triwall. Critical to your cut is that the corrugations, the ones you can see through, the little straws, are running perpendicular to the length of the rectangle. So this rectangle is 21 inches by about 5. And as you can see the lines of those straws, if you look closely, you can kind of see on the Triwall there's lines going up and down this way. The reason that's important is that's going to be the bend and fold lines. So the next thing I'm going to do is take a ruler, not a yardstick, because a yardstick is so long it's going to start wiggling around. So the tool you choose makes a big difference. I'm going to take my utility knife and bring the blade in so it's just peeking out. And that way my cut will be the length of the blade because I don't want the cut to go all the way through. And then I am going to start cutting. Oh, what I neglected to tell you is in the middle, about 1/3 of this piece, I am going to draw parallel lines a 1/2 inch apart. And I don't really need the ruler because this again doesn't need to be exact. And I'm just going to score down those lines. If I start going really crooked, then I will go back to using the ruler, but they don't have to be perfect. So by doing this, I can make an arch out of this piece. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and kind of break open and now we have an abductor that's going to get nailed to the seat of the seating unit. And we can make that arc as round and symmetrical as we want. What we're going to do now is fit it to the child so that these pieces of the abductor come out to the edge of their knee and that it fits in their groin and it has the amount of abduction we want them to be sitting in. Then we're going to trace it exactly where we want it. This isn't exactly where we want it because I have not made it symmetrical, but for the purposes of this demonstration, we're going to want this exactly down the middle. I would have measured where exactly the middle is and then centered that. But for the purposes of your seeing this, so that what it's going to look like in real life is the child will be sitting on a chair. The chair ends here. If the abductor ended here, it would be digging into their legs. So now the abductor gives them full support. In order to attach it, obviously with lots and lots of glue, it's not reasonable to expect to get nails this long into here. So what I would do is take an awl, punch holes through here with the awl, and then pop my nails in through the holes that exist. And then we can put this in place. And hammer through the nail hole so it'll be in the right place. Okay?